morning. It's catching up on day 21 for Systems Sunday. Describe an intriguing detail of a setting that I enjoy playing. I was kind of got caught up on this. I couldn't think of something that would really count as intriguing, something that you felt I would be interesting to share. And a lot of the systems that I've played, I feel like everybody might at this point be kind of familiar with. So I'm going to choose something from the Ubiquity game Desolation, which is like their post-apocalyptic fantasy version of a setting. And I haven't played this game yet, but I do want to take this aspect of their take on magic. So it's not a D20 game. It's a dice pool game. So you develop your skills and abilities, and then you put together your die pool, and you roll 5, 6, 7, 8 dice, whatever it is, and then it's just evens or odds, so successes or failures. And with the magic system, it's again set in kind of a post-apocalyptic fantasy setting. So magic is dangerous, very dangerous. So those who can still utilize magic run the risk of causing and inflicting harm to themselves. This is through a mechanic called burn. So if they have a target number that they're trying to cast, and it's also freeform magic. So if I'm playing a magic user or a caster, I can try to do whatever I want. I could try to create or summon a dragon, or create a giant sinkhole to just appear in the ground, to fly, to create fire, like to immolate my enemy. I can try whatever I can imagine or think of. I can attempt to do this through my magic abilities. The downside of that, the harder the thing is, like to conjure up a bridge over this chasm or whatever, if it's something that's incredibly difficult to do versus just manipulating weather, or doing something minor like casting an ice spike to kind of materialize and cast out at my enemies. Different things will have different levels of difficulty, which is for the most part determined by the game master. Like, obviously doing a incredibly impossible task is going to be at tremendous risk of failure, versus just kind of your more day-to-day magic, or something you might translate from Dungeons and Dragons into this game. You might find some of those tasks easier, comparable to the difficulty challenge of 3 or 4. 3 is a kind of a standard difficulty, I think. 2 is kind of easy. So if you're rolling 6 dice, you're trying to meet the target threshold, right? So if I roll 6 dice and I get 4 successes, then I beat an easier or medium difficulty task. 4 is a little bit harder. Trying to summon a dragon might be 7 successes, and chances of me passing all my dice is very minimal. So the risk of failure with it is something called burn, where the attempt at manipulating arcane magical energy leaves you, it might wither you, it might inflict some sort of physical ailment to you. You look scarred and become deformed. You might become like Emperor Palpatine or something. But just the fact of the volatility of magic and the way that rule system works, I find is very intriguing. With the system, if I remember correctly, the game master tells you what the target number would be for an attempt at a magical spell, and so you can choose to roll less dice if you want, because every failure that you get causes burn to your character. So I might pass with 4 dice successes, but if I rolled 6 dice and I got 2 burn, then that might damage me as well. Sorry, my camera's all bumpy because it's just a handheld phone. But I think that element of volatile magic, and where casting is not just level 2 magic missile, or just throwing out spells left and right. If you're playing a wizard or sorcerer in Dungeons and Dragons, or really everybody in D&D has access to magic one way or another. And I think the fact that in this other game, Desolation, there's a lot more just impact for playing a magical character, and that might make it might make a person feel a little restrictive, possibly, but for me, I find that very compelling. So, long video, System Sunday, an intriguing element of a system that I like, and it would be the magical system from Desolation and the burn mechanic, and the fact that magic is freeform. I can do whatever I can think about doing. At least I can try. So anyways, we'll see you soon for the next video. Good morning, it's Adrian again. I'm catching up on RPGaDay 2022 for question 22. Who is my current character? So I thought about, well, I'm only playing one character right now. I am running one game right now as well. And then I have other characters that are kind of on pause, or the ones that I've played that I thought I might talk about. But I decided I'm just going to talk about my current character. And I grabbed my pre-generated player character sheet. This is Leia Davis, who I'm playing in Matt's Alien game. So I didn't make her, but I selected the pilot, and so Leia Davis is who I'm playing right now. And she's been a lot of fun. I've been able to convert just a couple, notes about her from her pre-gen sheet to something that I can actually use in gameplay. And it's been really fun to play her. So I'm excited to play tonight, which is probably going to be our last game if I remember correctly. I think this is a 3-part, and this is episode 3. So we'll see what happens. Maybe she survives, maybe she does not. All right, RPGaDay, day 23. What situation is my current character currently in? So this is, again, Leia Davis. She's the pilot of the USCSS Montero in the Aliens RPG. That ship has blown up. They uncovered a derelict and have gone to kind of figure out what happened in this other ship. The Kronos is a science ship, and for some reason it triggered a self-destruct on our own vessel, the USCSS Montero. So most recently, we all some of us ran back over to our ship to try to get whatever supplies we could without basically having like a 5-minute countdown for the ship's self-destruct. And I was able to auto rig the ship to just take off and move away from the derelict, the Kronos, so that we don't get caught in the explosion. And from there we were able to get out of our ship before it blew up just in time. And now we are stuck on the derelict, the Kronos, and we know that there are a series of unfortunate things in there. We've been attacked now by an alien, and our captain was able to take care of that and kill the monster. But now we are stuck with trying to repair the ship and see if we can make it operational and get out of there alive. So it's definitely a thrill, which is great for Leia Davis. So we'll see you for tonight's session and see how it concludes. All right, I'm caught up. It's day 24 of the RPGaDay 2022 questions. When did I start playing Leia Davis? So this is our third Thursday playing the Alien starter game, Chariots of the Gods. And so it's been only a couple weeks. This would be, day 15. And I'm excited to play her again. She's been fun. She's had the different goals of the sessions. She's a reckless character. She's got kind of a stim problem, drug use, stuff like that. So it's fun to have characters with flaws. And I think the way that she's kind of turned out is she's not incapable. She's got these vices, but I do think she's got a chance at living, hopefully. Depends on how many aliens are left on the ship. But yeah, it's only been a couple weeks. Thinking about other characters that I've played, I've had a kind of ongoing characters with our Dungeon Delvers Guild. Like I've had Felix Falconius. He was made about 1.5 years ago, something like 18 months to 2 years. He's a level 10 D&D character, and I've played him in just one-shots here and there, so maybe a handful of 15, 18 games altogether. Then I have other characters like Girth is one of my original halfling, like rogue wizard characters from way back when. But just I thought I would do this series on the current character that I'm playing. And I think there probably will be a couple more questions for next week of the RPGaDay questions that are kind of more geared towards that. I haven't really looked at the future ones, so I guess we'll see. But that's, I think, wrapping up the Who Am I Playing section. I think there's one more for tomorrow, but we'll have to do that tomorrow. Y'all have a great day. Well, good morning. It's day 25 of the RPGaDay 2022 questions. Where has my character been? So Leia Davis from the Aliens RPG is, again, a pre-generated character. I only played her 3 times. Last night was the final session. She doesn't have a lot of background in where she's been, the same way like a long-running campaign would go. I really should have chosen Graham from the 1776 campaign that I've been in, but that one's on hold until next month. But for Leia, she's been all over the ship. Her history as a pilot is she's flown all kinds of runs for the Montera, and on the Kronos that they boarded, she explored a lot of the ship. She's been around a little bit, but again, not a whole lot of backstory for her. So I guess that's it for this question.